Climate change is the defining issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment.
I have faith in what CZITT is doing, because you are invoking, in fact, a force, an army that, in fact, will not surrender. And I'm talking about our children.
The Carbon Zero Initiative of Trinidad and Tobago, CZITT, is a non-profit organization dedicated to TNT becoming a carbon-neutral country and a leader in sustainable practices.
It is intended to bring out in the school the awareness about matters of climate change and the environment and lead to action.
The CZITT team paid a visit to the 16 finalist schools and invited 10,000 students to become ambassadors in the fight against climate change. Now it's on to the knockout stages. The competition is fierce. The teams are prepped and ready. Who will win the first prize of a study tour to Costa Rica?
Here are the rules. Each match consists of 3 rounds. Each team member is asked 1 question per round. Every correct answer earns 10 points. If the answer is incorrect or time runs out, the opposing team has a chance to steal for 5 points. At the end of the second and third rounds, each team is asked a team question with 20 points. The winning team will move forward in the competition.
Hello to you there and welcome to another episode of the CZITT Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. I'm Sachin Ramstabag. It's very nice to have you with us today and battling in this third quarter-final round, Miracle Ministries, Pentecostal High School and St. Francois Girls from Belmont. We thank everybody for joining in today, and most importantly, to give us some words of greetings is the founder of CZITT, Mr. Baldev Singh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramsabag. CZITT, the Carbon Zero Initiative of Trinidad and Tobago. We are working with corporations, communities, schools, and citizens to reduce our carbon footprint. You can help to reduce the carbon footprint of Trinidad and Tobago by more efficient use of energy, by reducing the amount of water we consume, by better management of our waste, and by looking for the most efficient way for transportation. We're very happy to be associated with these wonderful schools in this National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. I wish both schools the best in this competition. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baldev Singh. And without further ado, we jump straight into the competition. And Nishal is the first man up. Nishal, what class do you belong to?
3 feet.
3, lovely. All right, you're a Form 3 student. Let's see how it goes with this first question. Name one way that industries can make their operations sustainable. Is it A, keep work environment clean at all times? Is it B, sort all waste produced? Is it C, cease all production activities? Or D, manage waste and pollution produced?
D, manage waste and pollution produced.
That answer is correct. Well done to you, my fine friend from Miracle Ministries. We jump across to the prefect. The prefect will tell me her name and exactly what class are you in.
My name is Tristan Homer and I'm in Form 6.
Form 6 student Tristan Homer of Form 6. Let's go with this question, Tristan. What is the projected acidity in pH for the oceans in the next 100 years? Is it A, 6.6, B, 7.6, C, 7.8, or D, 8.7?
C, 7.8.
That answer is correct indeed, it is. Well done to you and your school. And we go to Kashmira. And Kashmira, what school what class? You were in Miracle Ministries, but what class are you in?
Form 3.
Form 3 student. Guys, but her height can possibly be a primary school student nonetheless. But you know what? Let's see how you can perform with this question. Name 2 diseases caused by the contamination of water. Is it A, measles and chickenpox, B, swine flu and mumps, C, Zika and tuberculosis, or D, cholera and thyroid fever?
D, cholera and typhoid fever.
That is correct. Yes, it is. Well done to you, Kashmira and Miracle Ministries. We jump across to Kristen. Kristen, your question is as follows. How much of the world's population lives within 100 kilometers of the ocean? Is it A, 50%, B, 60%, C, 70%, or D, 80%?
B, 60%.
That answer is correct. Well done to you, Kristen. Let's jump across to Nehemiah. And Nehemiah will tell me if this question is easy or not. Which human activity has increased the concentration of CO2 most since the Industrial Revolution? Is it A, cattle farming, B, burning of fossil fuels, C, water treatment, or D, waste disposal?
B, burning of fossil fuels.
That answer is correct. Well done to you, Nehemiah. Well done. We jump across to Laurelie with many badges pinned to her collar. Prefect, I'm seeing head girl as well. Impressive stuff. Is it difficult being the head girl of a school?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Dealing with discipline, yeah? I could imagine. Let's see how it goes with this one. What would be the global average temperature if there were no greenhouse gases? Is it A, minus 18 degrees Celsius? Is it B, minus 15 degrees Celsius? How about C, 22 degrees Celsius? Or D, 31 degrees Celsius?
A, minus 18 degrees Celsius.
Indeed, it would be a very chilly minus 18 degrees Celsius. That answer is very much correct. We jump across, or we probably plane across to Paris, I would say. Yes, the term climate change Paris is referred to as what type of challenge in Sustainable Development Goal 13? Is it A, a personal challenge, B, a global challenge, C, international challenge, or D, is it a local challenge?
B, a global challenge.
That answer is absolutely right. It is a global challenge, Paris. We move across to Shakira, who's also a prefect, and I'm thinking Form 6 as well? Yes, she's in Form 6. Well done. In what month and year did the Paris Agreement from COP21 enter into force? Is it A, November 2016? Is it B, November 2017? C, December 2017? Or D, December 2018?
December 2017, C.
That answer is incorrect. I'm going to jump across to Paris, who is going to be possibly seizing the opportunity. December D. That answer is incorrect. Unfortunately, the correct response for that, November 2016. We move across to Joshua, and Joshua looks like the president with the national anthem being played in the background. Very serious man. Let's see how it goes. What is the key ingredient of natural gas? Is it A, sulfur hexafluoride? Is it B, nitrogen oxides? Is it C, methane? Or is it D, phosphates?
C, methane.
Absolutely right. Yes, you can stand at attention. Well done. Methane is the answer. Move across to Brittany, and Brittany will tell us something about this particular question. Which sustainable development goal focuses on life on land? Is it A, goal number 13? Is it B, goal 14? Is it C, goal 15? Or is it D, goal number 16?
Is it C, goal 15?
That answer is absolutely right. It is goal number 15. And that brings us to the end of round number 1. Both schools battling very confidently indeed. At this point, without the judges even predicting, my prediction, both teams are possibly tied. Let's see if my memory would certainly serve you well. Just a quick reminder of the acronym CZITT. What does it mean? It simply means the Carbon Zero Initiative of Trinidad and Tobago. And remember, you can do your part to reduce the carbon footprint in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the region and internationally as well. Let's see how things go with the tally. And Miracle Ministries are poised at 50 with St. Francois girls just 10 points behind at 40. We're back with the CZITT Climate Quiz, and the first question in this second round goes to Nishal. Which of the following elements of nature is not an energy source used today? Is it A, hydrocarbons, B, lightning, C, solar, or D, wind?
A, hydrocarbons.
That answer is unfortunately incorrect. Let's jump across to Tristan.
B, lightning.
That answer is correct. Yes, 5 points added to your tally. Indeed it is. Your official question, Tristan. What does the term adaptation mean in relation to climate change? Is it A, measures taken to prevent the effects of climate change? Is it B, measures taken to address climate change effects to lessen its impacts? Is it C, naturally occurring measures to reduce climate change? Or is it D, laws created to stop the possible causes of climate change?
B, measures taken to address climate change effects to lessen its impacts.
That answer is correct. Yes, it is. Well done to You, indeed. We go to Kashmira. Kashmira is going to seize this opportunity. What carbon emissions reduction strategy is being explored in Trinidad and Tobago in the transport sector? Is it A, conversion of state-owned vehicles to CNG fuels, B, banning of diesel vehicles, C, limit number of vehicles per household, or D, all of the above?
A, conversion of state-owned vehicles to CNG fuels.
Certainly it is. Yes, it's a cheaper form indeed, and it is certainly a cleaner form as well. Let's go to Kristen. Kristen, this question is a simple, short answer question. The Studley Park landfill is operated by the Solid Waste Management Authority. Is it the only official disposal site for Tobago? Is it designed to service Tobago for 30 years? Or D, none of the above?
B, the only official disposal site for Tobago.
That answer is correct. It is. Yes, it is the only official disposal site for Tobago. Let's go to Nehemiah. Nehemiah, my friend, what is a constraint that may hinder or impede adaptation and mitigation planning and implementation? Is it A, available financing, B, pollution, C, recycling, or D, conservation methods?
A, available financing.
That is correct. It is available financing. We go across to Laurelie, my head girl. And Laurelie, what is the standard time in years used when describing global warming potential? Is it A, 50 years, B, 10 years, C, 100 years, or D, 1,000 years?
C, 100 years.
That answer is very much correct. 100 years it is. Move across to Paris. Paris, your question as the tally would like to move up. How many trillion tons of carbon has been emitted so far throughout history due to human activity? Is it A, 1.9, B, 2.0, C, 2.1, or D, 2.3?
A, 1.9.
That answer is very much correct. Yes, 1.9 is the answer. Let's move across to Shakira. Shakira, hopefully you can probably be dancing after this particular question. What is the mission of the Environmental Management Act? Is it A, to ensure the protection, conservation, enhancement, and wise use of TNT's environment? Is it B, to develop recycling in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it C, to nurture all flora and fauna of Trinidad and Tobago? Or is it D, to find persons for littering in Trinidad and Tobago?
A, to ensure the protection, conservation, enhancement, and wise use of TNT's environment.
That answer is very much correct. Well done to you, Shakira. You can possibly dance your way to the final. Let's move to Joshua. President Joshua. Joshua is going to get this one. It goes as follows. Which of the following provides the most renewable energy worldwide? Is it A, hydropower? Is it B, wind? C, solar? Or D, geothermal?
C, solar.
That answer is unfortunately incorrect. Let's jump across to Brittany, who can possibly seize 5 points for St. Francois Girls of Belmont.
Is it A, hydropower?
That answer is very much correct. Yes, 5 points added to your total. And your official question in this round of questions: in which atmospheric layer can the ozone layer be found? Is it A, the thermosphere, B, hydrosphere, C, biosphere, or D, the stratosphere?
D, the stratosphere.
That answer is very much correct. Yes, it is the stratosphere. And congratulations to both sides. A wonderful round of questions. But right about now, we move up to our team questions. First up, we got Miracle Ministries, and your question is as follows. What does the term collection mean as it relates to waste management? You got 15 seconds. Get your responses together. Let's see how it goes as the clock ticks along, and we await your response.
The term collection means when you collect the waste to transport it, then proper treatment of the waste and dispose of it, which is common in Trinidad's landfills.
Is that answer correct, judges? We await your response. Can you repeat your response, please? A bit louder so the judges can ensure.
Collection is when you collect the garbage and then transport it, then treat it and dispose of it, which commonly in Trinidad is landfills.
We await that answer, and it is very much correct. Yes, well done. 20 points added to Miracle Ministries tally, and we jump across to St. Francois, and your question is as follows. Here it is. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, what are 2 key measures to reduce global carbon emissions? You got 15 seconds. Make it snappy.
Is it adaptation and mitigation?
Adaptation and
Adaptation.
mitigation. Let's see. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That answer is incorrect, unfortunately, and the correct answer is on your screen right about now. Unfortunately, St. Francois were not able to get that team question correct, but guess what? You've got another round to catch up if you missed out on some points. And just to let you guys know about the Carbon Zero initiative of Trinidad and Tobago, you can check them out online as well. And while you do that, I'm going to jump across to Kashmira. Kashmira, tell me a bit about Miracle Ministries. Is it a very nice school?
Yes, it is.
Have you enjoyed your experience thus far?
I have.
3 years you're in that school. What did you accomplish thus far?
A lot of skills.
Indeed, a lot of skills.
Leadership skills. Yes.
Leadership skills. And certainly it is necessary to have a leader in your school. What about you, Nishal? What do you think about Miracle Ministries?
It enforces discipline, so I like that. It keeps you straight. So, therefore, as you become an adult, you learn some very unique qualities.
Indeed. Do you think that is necessary for today's society?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, I think so as well. I would like to agree with you. Let's see how the points table look. And St. Francois, they're poised at 100, while Miracle Ministries are also at 100. We are back with the third round of competition with both teams tied at 100 points apiece. We jump across to Nishal and your question. What is the process of infiltration in the water cycle? Is it filtering seawater through vegetation and soil? Is it B, filtering groundwater through vegetation and soil? Is it C, filtering rivers through vegetation and soil? Or D, filtering rainwater through vegetation and soil?
D, filtering rainwater through vegetation and soil.
That answer is absolutely right. Well done to you. Miracle Ministries. We jump across to Tristan. Tristan, what is the goal for limiting temperature increase globally? Is it A, 1 degree Celsius, B, 2 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, or D, 4 degrees Celsius?
B, 2 degrees Celsius.
That answer is right. It is 2 degrees Celsius. Kashmira, smiling ear to ear. Let's see if she will continue smiling after this question. Which of the following is not a natural resource commonly found in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it ammonia? Is it natural gas? Is it asphalt? Or is it oil?
A, ammonia.
Yeah, she can continue to smile. It is ammonia. Ammonia is the answer. Kristen, your question. Kristen, which of the following accounts for 100% of electricity supply in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it A, solar power, B, wind power, C, natural gas, or D, geothermal energy?
C, natural gas.
That answer is correct. It is natural gas indeed. Nehemiah, your question comes up next, my friend. And do you enjoy playing sports?
Yeah.
What sport do you play?
Football and cricket.
Football and cricket, table tennis. Very good reflexes with table tennis, I would imagine. Global temperatures have begun to rise more rapidly than in any other time in history. When did this begin? A, 1790s, B, 1940s, C, 1970s, or D, 2010s?
C, 1970s.
That answer is absolutely correct. 1970s is the answer. We go to Laurelie, the head girl from St. Francois. Filling the blanks, Laurelie. Trinidad and Tobago's carbon dioxide emissions are among the highest in the world due to A, industrialization, B, deforestation, C, waste production, or D, mechanization.
A, industrialization.
Head girl, you got that answer spot on. Well done. Well done indeed. Well done. Industrialization is the answer. Move across to Paris. And Paris, what international treaty is the Paris Agreement modeled after? Not yourself, I would imagine. Kyoto Protocol, the Stockholm Convention, the Basel Convention, or D, the Montreal Protocol?
A, the Kyoto Protocol.
That answer is incorrect, unfortunately. Go across to player number 3. Player number 4, I beg your pardon. Shakira.
The Montreal Protocol.
The Montreal Protocol is the answer, yes. Thank you for that correction as well. Player number 4. And your official question, Shakira. Trinidad and Tobago has committed to unconditionally reduce its public transport emissions by what percentage by 2030? Is it A, 10%? Is it B, 20%? Is it C, 30%? Or D, 40%?
C, 30%.
That answer is absolutely right, Shakira. It is 30%. We move across to Joshua, and Joshua is a very brilliant young man, I must say that, because he does not look at the screen whatsoever. He simply answers from the top of his head. Approximately how many liters of water is required to produce 1 kilogram of beef? Is it 16,000? Is it 17,000? Is it 18,000? Or is it D, 19,000?
C, 18,000.
Unfortunately, you are incorrect. Let me go across to Brittany. You have a chance to seize 5 points.
Is it A, 16,000?
That answer is very much correct. It is 16,000. Your official question, Brittany. Do you enjoy Britney Spears music?
No.
Well, I think that was an era before your time, all right? Nonetheless, your mom or dad probably enjoyed Britney Spears music. Let's get to it. What parts of the atmosphere has seen a major increase in CO2 concentrations? Is it A, lower levels, B, upper levels, C, middle levels, or D, sub-levels?
A, lower levels.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It is absolutely right. Lower levels is the answer. Well done to both teams. You know what? It certainly is pressure on. Pressure is certainly on me because I cannot afford to make any error while judging this particular score. But you know what? We've got team questions for you. Miracle Ministries, you're up next. And your team question goes like this. Describe how chlorofluorocarbons react with ozone. You got 15 seconds.
Okay. When CFCs come in contact with the UV light, they break down into chlorine, and the chlorine depletes the ozone and breaks it into ozone and free radical.
That answer is absolutely correct, my chemist friend. Well done to you. 20 points added to Miracle Ministries. We go to St. Francois, and your question goes like this. What is adaptation with respect to organisms? You got 15 seconds. The clock is ticking.
Adaptation is the way in which organisms can change their bodies in order to adapt to climate change. They can also they change their body and their genetics, and they
Yeah, that's your final answer. Is that correct, judges? It is. It is correct, nonetheless. Well done, Tristan. All the nerves have ended there, nonetheless. High five to you. No problem there whatsoever. So, guys, at the end of round number 3, let's see what the judges have to say. But before we do that, I just want to talk to Kristen here. And you know what, Kristen? Tell us some more about St. Francois Girls.
Well, it doesn't only focus on schoolwork, but it focuses on extracurricular activities. So we have many extracurricular activities in our school. Yeah.
Lovely. And extracurricular, do you all play steel pan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not me specifically, but yes, our school does take part in Panorama.
Lovely. I saw that wonderful video with you playing that steel pan. Not you exactly, but your school. And it certainly was a great initiative indeed. And yes, Panorama is a big thing in Trinidad. For those of you looking on, let's see what goes right here, right about now. St. Francois Girls versus Miracle Ministries. Miracle Ministries, they're 150 points. St. Francois Girls, 180 points. Well done to St. Francois Girls, winning this round of battle and also winning this competition, the third quarterfinal round of the CZITT Climate Quiz. And right about now, I would like to invite the founder of CZITT to render some words of congratulations and also to distribute some tokens of appreciation to those participated. And I'd also like to invite the alternate members to join us on set as well, because they are certainly part and parcel of the entire team initiative. Mr. Donald Baldeusing.
Thank you very much. This was a very, very tough competition, and both of you deserve to be happy about your performance. You deserve to celebrate. There were 140 schools that started this competition, and you both got to the final 8, and today St. Francois was going ahead into the semifinals. We thank you very much, Miracle Ministries, for being part of the competition and getting to this point, and we are looking forward to engaging with you more as we go into the future. Thank you very much. I invite Ms. Rollock and Mr. Nanlal to come on and to hand out some tokens to the teams.
Thank you very much to everybody joining us on set. Thank you very much, Mr. Baldev Singh. And certainly, we would hope that you continue to join us because we got a next quarterfinal round when we get back. Stay with us right here on the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz.